Well, I've always believed that the House of Lords should be mainly elected, about 80%, and that there should be 15 or 20% left for people with special interests, special experience, with a special contribution to make. But of course, being elected House comes an honour, but I think undoubtedly it contains responsibility as well. And one of the responsibilities I'll be endeavouring to fulfil is to argue that case for reform in the House of Lords itself.
Why is it so difficult? I mean, you know, people make the comparisons of the 800 members of the House of Lords with, you know, the upper house in China or the 100 people who run the United States. Why do we need so many?
Well, what we need is a House of Lords which acts in accordance with its constitutional responsibilities. Is a House which holds the legislation passed for the Commons under very severe scrutiny, and when there are defects, makes recommendations as to how these defects should be remedied. But we need a House too, in my view, which is a working House. And one of the things I intend to be is a working peer. I have a particular interest in foreign affairs and defence, constitutional law, including House of Lords reform, and human rights. And I shall do everything in my power to fulfil the responsibility which is given to me, along with membership of the House.
There have been significant absences, perhaps, in those nominations today. UKIP, 4 million votes in the last election. Obviously, you're not a member of UKIP, but doesn't it seem a bit unfair that they don't get any representation, nor does the SNP, for different reasons? They're not taking part in this process.
Well, the SNP don't make nominations. And, of course, the thing to remember is that this is a much-delayed dissolution list. This list was supposed to appear at the point Parliament was dissolved in March of this year. It reflects the House of Commons at the time. But if there are other nominations to be made, and Mr Farage wants to nominate people on behalf of UKIP, then I've no doubt David Cameron will give proper consideration to that.
And just a final thought, do you think that you will actually see a largely elected House of Lords in your lifetime?
I certainly hope so, and I'll be doing everything in my power while I'm in an unelected House to bring that about.